In a world full of distractions, uncertainties, and constant pressures, the need to reprogram and fortify our minds has never been more crucial. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy founded in Athens by Zeno of Citium, offers timeless wisdom that resonates profoundly with modern-day challenges. It teaches us how to cultivate inner strength, resilience, and tranquility, regardless of the external circumstances. At the heart of Stoicism lies a powerful strategy to reprogram the mind, one that enables us to transform our thoughts, align them with reason, and ultimately lead a life of virtue and fulfillment. This lesson explores this strategy in depth, providing a comprehensive guide on how to implement it in daily life, understanding the mind and its influence. The Stoics believe that the mind is the most powerful tool we possess. It is the seat of our perceptions, judgments, and decisions, and it governs how we respond to every situation. According to Stoicism, the mind is not inherently good or bad. Rather, it is neutral, shaped by our thoughts and beliefs. The quality of our lives, therefore, depends on the quality of our thoughts. As Marcus Aurelius, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers, said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This emphasizes the importance of mental discipline in Stoic practice. However, the mind is also prone to negative patterns, irrational fears, baseless assumptions, and destructive emotions such as anger, envy, and despair. These patterns are often the result of societal conditioning, past experiences, and unchecked desires. They cloud our judgment, lead us away from virtue, and trap us in a cycle of suffering. To live a truly virtuous and fulfilling life, the Stoics believed it is essential to reprogram the mind, to cleanse it of these negative patterns and replace them with thoughts aligned with reason, virtue, and nature. The most powerful strategy: cognitive reframing. The cornerstone of reprogramming the mind in Stoicism is the practice of cognitive reframing. This involves deliberately shifting our perspective on a situation to change our emotional response and behavior. The Stoics recognize that while we cannot control external events, we can control how we interpret and respond to them. This is encapsulated in the famous Stoic maxim, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." 1. Recognizing automatic thoughts. The first step in cognitive reframing is to become aware of our automatic thoughts, those initial reactions that often arise unconsciously in response to external stimuli. These thoughts can be positive or negative, rational or irrational. For example, if someone criticizes you, your automatic thought might be, "I'm not good enough," which could lead to feelings of inadequacy or anger. Stoicism teaches us to observe these thoughts without judgment, understanding that they are just mental events, not reflections of reality. 2. Questioning and challenging negative assumptions. Once we recognize our automatic thoughts, the next step is to question and challenge them. The Stoics believed that most negative emotions stem from faulty judgments and assumptions. In the example of being criticized, the assumption might be that your worth depends on others' approval. By applying Stoic reasoning, you can challenge this assumption. Does this criticism truly define my worth? Is my value as a person really dependent on what others think? Through this process of questioning, you can begin to dismantle the irrational beliefs that fuel negative emotions. 3. Reframing the situation. After challenging negative assumptions, the final step is to reframe the situation in a way that aligns with Stoic principles. This means adopting a perspective that is grounded in reason, virtue, and an understanding of what is within your control. In the case of criticism, you might reframe the situation by thinking, "This criticism is an opportunity for growth. I can choose to learn from it and improve, or I can disregard it if it's unfounded." By reframing in this way, you shift from a reactive mindset to a proactive one, where you are in control of your emotional response. 4. Practice and reinforcement. Cognitive reframing is not a one-time exercise. It requires consistent practice and reinforcement. The Stoics advocated for daily reflection, often in the form of journaling or meditation, to strengthen this habit. Marcus Aurelius, for example, used his personal journal, later compiled into the book Meditations, to reflect on his thoughts and refine his perspective. By regularly practicing cognitive reframing, you gradually reprogram your mind, making it more resilient, rational, and aligned with Stoic virtues. The role of virtue in reprogramming the mind. In Stoicism, cognitive reframing is not just about reducing negative emotions, it is fundamentally about cultivating virtue. Virtue, in Stoic terms, is the highest good and the key to a flourishing life. It consists of 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By reprogramming your mind through cognitive reframing, you are essentially training it to act in accordance with these virtues. For instance, wisdom involves seeing things as they truly are, without being clouded by irrational judgments. Courage is the ability to face challenges and adversities without being overwhelmed by fear or anxiety. Justice requires treating others fairly and with respect, regardless of how they treat you. Temperance is the ability to exercise self-control and moderation, especially in the face of desires and temptations. Each time you reframe a situation in a way that reflects these virtues, you reinforce them in your character, bringing you closer to the Stoic ideal of a virtuous life. The impact of reprogramming your mind on daily life. The benefits of reprogramming your mind through cognitive reframing extend beyond the immediate reduction of negative emotions. Over time, this practice transforms your entire approach to life. You become more resilient, able to navigate challenges with equanimity and grace. Your relationships improve as you learn to respond to others with understanding and compassion rather than reacting impulsively. You develop a deep sense of inner peace, knowing that you have the power to shape your mind and consequently, your experience of the world. Moreover, reprogramming your mind aligns you with the Stoic understanding of nature. The Stoics believe that everything in the universe happens according to a rational order, and that our purpose as human beings is to live in harmony with this order. By reprogramming your mind to align with reason and virtue, you are fulfilling your role in this cosmic order, contributing to the greater good, and experiencing a profound sense of fulfillment. Conclusion. Reprogramming your mind is perhaps the most powerful strategy in the Stoic arsenal for achieving a life of virtue, wisdom, and tranquility. Through the practice of cognitive reframing, you can transform negative thought patterns, align your mind with reason and virtue, and take control of your emotional responses. This not only leads to greater personal resilience and inner peace, but also helps you live in harmony with the natural order of the universe, fulfilling your highest potential as a human being. In a world that constantly challenges your mental fortitude, embracing this Stoic strategy can empower you to rise above the noise, remain centered in the face of adversity, and lead a life of true flourishing.